News Talk 820 WBAP, and now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset, y'all. 800-288-WBAP is our number. 800-288-9227. Chris Crock Show, hour number 2, if you can believe it. Okay, dirtiest areas in the hotel room revealed, and then we're going to combine that with another story today about where are the worst areas in your home for germs. This is going to be interesting. Is it your toilet seat? Maybe not. But first, how much cleaning of hotel rooms do you do after you check into a new room? Do you freak out and wipe everything down? I used to do that. Not anymore. Not even with the remote. You know, the remotes are some of the germiest areas. You know that? And there my newsman on the program is hoisting up his filthy, dirty remote control because there's, 8 different news people that work different shifts and different times, part-time, full-time, etc. And you're just one of the filthy, unwashed, unclean, filthy, dirty news people. You stay in that room and don't look at me. Stop looking at me. I said stop it. You may not have eye contact with me. And you must address me as Sir or Reverend Dr. Crock, Esquire. Sir. Okay. Let's play some audio. This is this Inside Edition, the news magazine, went to 9 hotel rooms in the Manhattan area, and they sprayed on the bed, what's it called? The fitted sheet, right? Where you lay on. And they sprayed on the sheet that you go under, and they sprayed, whatever, on all the sheets that are supposed to be washed, especially when you leave and there's somebody new coming in. And they found that sometimes that does not happen. In fact, here's the audio. Here's a couple different cuts from different people getting asked to come up to the room. They show them. They're on camera. Here we go.
These sheets are dirty. Look at this. I need a manager up here. I'm Anne Mercogliano with Inside Edition. We want to just show you something on the bed.
Okay.
This sheet hasn't been changed. Why weren't the sheets changed?
Okay, I expect them to be changed every day, and that is a policy of our property.
When he arrived at our room, he brought a maid with him. She claimed she cleaned the sheets. Do you change the sheets every night for the guests?
Yeah, well, of course.
But when I showed them our sign, they both apologized. That's gross.
I mean, there's no words for me to say. We expect our housekeepers to change the sheet.
I got a third one I'll play for you in a second. But what they did was they had UV spray. And they sprayed, with a stencil on the, wash me or I'm dirty or something on the sheets. It washes out when you wash them. They checked out of that hotel. Then the next day they checked back in as a different name. So obviously you and I expect fresh sheets. No. This is what you're hearing. There's a third one. I want to ask you, how much cleaning of hotel rooms do you do after you check into a new room? Doesn't that seem counterintuitive to clean the room that they already cleaned, supposedly? Hello? And what are the grossest things you've discovered in your hotel room? All right, I'm going to tell you right now. We checked into one place, and there was a fat, disgusting toenail on the ground. That is freaking vomit. I didn't want to say that. It's so gross to me. It is vile. It is repulsive. It is repugnant. Yeah. Here's more.
Let's check the pillows. All right. Looks like they changed the pillowcases. Let's check the top sheet. Maybe it's clean. And yuck. Exactly. This is a dirty sheet. Let's check the bottom sheet. Okay, another dirty sheet. I slept here. This is absolutely disgusting. At first, the manager didn't want to talk about it.
By the way, this is a Marriott that looks like it's like a full-service 4-star place. I mean, so this can happen anywhere.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to cut the camera, please.
Why weren't the sheets changed? And we know those sheets weren't changed.
Make it accustomed to change every checkout room sheet. However, I do not know what happened in this situation. I will have to get you my general manager.
Okay, but we could have slept on dirty sheets tonight. What do you think about that? In your hotel.
No comment. She just walked away. All right, y'all. Isn't that great? They nailed it. Ah. Well, I remember when NBC5, not here, but the one in Chicago, also owned and operated by NBC News, where I grew up in Chicagoland, they had a series called Hidden Hotel Horrors. And they went in with the UV light, and you saw the disgusting blotches of God knows what that were never washed out of the sheets or out of the comforters. I mean, that was so nasty. And then, so how much cleaning of hotel rooms do you do? And after you check into a new room, what are the grossest things you've discovered in your hotel room? And where are you super cleaning your house? And where do you let it go a little bit before cleaning? 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. George Carlin had I was pretty floored one time, but he's like, when I go number one, I don't wash my hands. You don't like it? Don't shake my hand. He goes, when I go number two, I wash my hands. I was like, whoa! And he said that in his comedy routine. I'm like, holy gosh, don't shake his hand, right? Oh. Remember his one bit? He'd go, okay, take it easy. Okay, hey, take it easy. Okay, hey, take it easy. You're standing there shaking people's hands as they walk out the door. You're saying the same thing. Okay, hey, take it easy. Okay, hey, take it easy. All right. Another hiding spot for bacteria and dust is curtains at hotel rooms. It doesn't mean you should stop singing in hotels altogether, they said. How about this? They also say an average person sweats up to 500 milliliters each night. What is 500 milliliters? I don't even know what that means. Why don't they say, do you know what 500 milliliters means? What is, no one here does. We're not in the metric system. I don't know what that means. My son insists the metric system is better and we should convert to it. He's one of those. By the way, what's more, they say in this article, over 8 hours of sleep, you will shed 320,000 dead skin cells and sweat 15 liters of sweat. Again, what is 15 liters? I don't know. What's a bottle of, the full bottles of Coke you can get? Is that a 4 liter? I don't even know. Are we sweating 4 of those in a night? I don't think so. I don't know. This is scaring me. Over 15 liters of sweat and a staggering 9.6 million dead skin cells in a month. Okay, that might be, almost 4 2-liters, but that's over a month maybe. That's just sick. This is why you have to drink a lot of fluids, y'all. And this is why when you camp, like I did with the Boy Scouts on and off for years with my son, you have moisture on the inside of the tent or underneath the cover there. There's, the fly. And then also, if you have fabric headboards, they require a steamer, so they're less likely to clean those regularly. Kevin in Rockwall, you're on 820 AM and now 93.3 FM WBAP. Oh, wait a minute. I see a word on there. This is outrageous. This is sick. Talk to me. This is gross. It's going to be hard to hear. Go.
Yeah, it's my daughter plays competitive select softball. She's getting ready to go to college. We've stayed in a million hotels. The absolute worst was when we went to Florida and we checked into our hotel.
And you didn't see a cockroach. You saw something else. What did you see? Where was it? And was it used? Go.
I took my shoes and socks off.
Yes, and you walked right into something.
I walked right into a big old, had to be 10-inch rolled out condom.
Oh! Magnum. Oh!
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Oh! Was it used as far as you could tell?
You know what?
Did you stick around to find out? No. Oh, no. What did you do? Did you just go downstairs and say, get me the heck out of this room? This is disgusting. What's wrong with you people? What did you do?
No, I threw an absolute conniption. and then I was like, damn, it's kind of impressive.
Oh, come on. Okay, now, did you, what kind of, was it, I don't want the name, but was it like a 4-star, 3-star? Was it a,
It was it started with an age.
Yeah.
How's that?
Okay, I think I know what that is, but well, there's a couple of those actually. But was it a 3-star? Was it a 3-star where you get?
It's the upper one.
Yeah, I know. Did you go to a 4-star one where it's all full service, or was it like a free breakfast in the morning stay place? Where you're there for a night or two?
No. It's one of the good ones.
Oh my gosh! And that was on the floor. What did they do? Did they give you like a big old refund or something and let you give you a new room? What?
No, actually, they did give us a new room, but at the same time, I mean, we're just sitting there going, "The hell!" And
yeah, I mean, that's
like, I'm sorry.
That is unbelievable. I mean, what the heck, Kevin? Thank you. You take the cake, my friend.
Well,
we're never gonna get these visions out of our head.
I took the something.
You did what? What did he say? What did you say, Kevin? I lost him. What did he say? Something about I did something. I took the something? What does that mean? What is that? I don't know either. Okay. We're going to let you go, and maybe you need a little more rest at a hotel without that prophylactic on the floor. Maybe you shouldn't have to play Battlestar Prophylactica, dodging the bogey there on the floor. No. Okay, producer Garrett says that's why you wear flip-flops at the hotels. I don't wear flip-flops. I mean, look, if we go to you wear flip-flops in the shower at the hotel? No. What do you mean then? You said you wear flip-flops. What are you talking about? Around the hotel room you wear flip-flops? Dude, you're crazy. You're crazy. Now, did you also wear flip-flops in the shower, though, when you go to the... Okay, no. Well, then you might as well do both. I mean, whatever. Oh, my gosh. Everything's scary. The shower has soap in it. Yeah, and if you don't clean the shower, if they ain't cleaning the sheets, you need to clean the shower! You need to scrub the floor! Woo! Okay, I got more for you. Coming up next. How about the house, too? Where are you freaking out about and cleaning, and where is it actually nasty that you don't even know it? Is your toilet seat one of the worst places, or is it actually not? Wait till you hear about all this. And one of my former colleagues, when I worked at a radio station in Atlanta, he got the toilet water tested, and he compared the toilet water to the water in the ice dispenser, the ice machine. You're not going to believe what he found. All that's next, plus your call. 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. 3 lines open on the Chris Crock Show, News Talk 820 WBAP, and now on FM at 93.3. All right, how much cleaning of hotel rooms do you do after you check in? Do you go in there and clean it more? What are the grossest things you've discovered in your hotel room? Ugh. And where are you super cleaning your house, and where do you let it go a little bit before cleaning it? I'm going to tell you this. A former host that I used to work with in Atlanta at the big station there, he tested the toilet water, and he didn't do it himself. He paid somebody to come test it and to compare it to ice in the ice machine. We had one of those ice machines with the scooper thing, right? Like at a hotel where you scoop it. And the ice was filthy compared to the toilet stuff. The water in the toilet was cleaner than the ice because people reach their hands in there and they're disgusting with all sorts of garbage stuff in there on their hands. There you go. How's that? Interesting, isn't it? Okay. Let's go to Ann in Fort Worth. You've called in at, by the way, our number is 800-288-WBAP, 800-288-9227. Ann, you're on 820 AM and now 93.3 FM WBAP. Hello, Ann.
Hi, Chris. Listen to your show all the time.
Thank you.
I travel a lot. I'm an actress, and I work all over the country.
Cool.
I was booked on a movie of the week in Charleston, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful over there, I understand. Sure. When you're not getting shot at.
It's lovely. It was eventually lovely.
Okay, but
I had recently lost my husband and took my 2 young children with me. My daughter, who was about 6 at the time, woke up in the middle of the night in the hotel they had put me in and wanted to go to the bathroom. I put the light on, and there were giant cockroaches all over the walls, the floors, and every place.
Like, how many would you guess? My gosh.
At least 20 of
Whoa! And this is a hotel.
in a hotel. My daughter was so terrified.
Oh, yeah.
She ran down the hall, hysterically screaming.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was like being in a horror
Yes.
movie.
Oh, my God. Yes. I mean, so what'd you do? Was it like a chain one, like a well-known one?
I got to, it was a well-known chain.
Yeah.
I got to the front desk, and they calmly said, oh, well, they come through the air conditioner. And I immediately demanded the production company put me in another hotel.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. Oh my gosh! By the way, was it a 3-star or 4-star? I'm just curious if it's like a full service hotel or because, like, you know, I mean, I can't imagine it at a reasonably nice 4-star.
It was the Crew Hotel, but. I don't want to tell you the name.
No, that's fine.
It started with an H or an M.
But was it? A 3-star or 4-star? You know what I'm saying? Was it like a bed, like a get a breakfast in the morning for free, kind of a place, or was it a little bit more of upper?
It was a little upper class.
Dang. Yeah, so you got out of there. My wife was at a beach. I cannot stand. I got to roll, Ann, but thank you for your call. I'm glad you don't have any cockroaches in your place right now. My wife, I will never, I don't like Airbnbs. I don't want to stay at one. No, I would never want to stay at one. No. I'm against them. I don't want them in my neighborhood. I don't want any. But she stayed at one because that's where her and her sister stayed when they took care of her father a few weeks ago when they went to Florida. And there was one, she sent me a video of one climbing out of the air vent. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's just filthy. Oh, gross. I didn't give you the germs in the house. We'll do that later. But coming up next, are you dealing like I am with insurance adjusters right now from the storm coverage, storm damage on your house? Are you worried about roofers too? All that next on the Chris Crock Show, News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Make it a preset, y'all. 800-288-WBAP is our number, 800-288-9227. Rob Vaughn, one of my sponsors from Roofing Reformation and a friend. How are you, my brother, man?
I'm good, Chris Crock. How are you?
Good, great. We were on the roof. We took pictures. You and I
took pictures of you repairing your own roof. It was pretty good.
You had me up on my own roof working hard, and I'm paying you. What is wrong with this? What is wrong with it? Croc's Roofing Reformation. Croc's Servant Croc does Rob Vaughn's Roofing Reformation.
Right. Yep. You're cheap labor.
Yes. People say I'm cheap and easy, but I ain't cheap. Is that what they said? I don't care how that goes. Okay, so
different kind of cheap.
Yes, exactly. But we were up on the roof. You're up on the roof. We're going vice versa. So, anyways, and you're helping me with my roof. You've done work on my roof already, and there's more stuff we're going to be working with on the claim. And so that made me think about this. I saw this article on NBC5 here the other day, navigating insurance claims after storms. And there's several different things in here, but I mean, I'll hit a little bit. And if you want to add to this one, meeting immediate needs talks about living expenses. Food is another one. One of our neighbors is afraid to call for a claim. I'm like, what are you doing? I got all my food paid for. They just got a check for $500, no questions, no pictures needed, and then also for my hotel for 4 nights. So
because you were out of power.
Yeah, Kep and I didn't have any power for 4 nights, you know?
Yeah.
That's crazy, my man. Anything on that you want to add to what you've seen or what people have gone through? You've met a lot of people and you've worked for a lot of people here in this difficult time these past several weeks.
Yeah, so one thing that people need to really focus on is what their policy covers, because what you're referring to is that ALE or the additional living expense coverage. And a lot of times, in order to get people will in order to get their premiums down, will forego things. And so hopefully you haven't, right? Hopefully, because a lot of other people have things and they don't know it. So look at the policy and see what you've got, because if you've got things like that and you've just suffered an outage or some loss that we knew some folks, for example, when we talked about it last time, that lost their home. And so losing your home, you lose everything in it. So it's not just the house, it's the food, it's the clothing, it's the furniture, it's all of that stuff, a lot of times is covered. And if you don't, when you file your claim, if you don't try to be as detailed as possible with those things, they're not going to, just make an offer to you. So you have to really be diligent about how you fill out your claims and know your policy and know what is covered.
Okay, Rob, let's go on to the next section. My friend Rob Vaughn, my sponsor from Roofing Reformation as well, my roofer. What to save and document. This is critical, and literally I only took pictures of certain things. My wife did a lot better than I did. She got better pictures. I guess she got double what I did. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was like taking pictures of a baby, wasn't it?
Yes, it was ridiculous. And I sent you a lot of those pictures so you could see before you were able to come out. And then, but this one says, this part of the article says, preserve evidence of damage, save the damage because that damage is evidence. Right. What do you say about that? Because I imagine you've seen so much over the years.
Yeah, because one thing that can happen is people will, if for example, they have some kind of damage that created a leak or something like that, they'll get it, they'll take care of it without taking pictures or recording any evidence of it. Well, then the insurance adjuster doesn't have anything to prove that you have something to claim if you've already fixed it. So a lot of times, though, that's necessary to fix something, while you're waiting on the claim to work out. So that's why those pictures are just, very important, critical to have as evidence, as you said.
Am I, you've been to my house a couple times on all this, and one of the things is, am I a fool, or am I smart, or is there kind of a note that, you're going to I'm going to tell you that anyways, Chris, you're a fool. You're a dang fool, man. No. But I literally wanted to leave the crime scene as is. Obviously, if there's a hole in my roof that's, 2 feet wide and it's pouring in water, I'm not going to just let that sit there for a week.
Yeah. But at the same time, you're also not going to fix it perfectly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So before the adjuster sees it and all of that. But sometimes people will fix little things here and there.
So I literally chose to kind of leave my place as it was until the home inspector came, or the home adjuster, I should say, because I wanted him to see the scene of the crime so they could see how these things fell. And because there's these stupid things about the policy. If it has to be on the roof, it has to hit the roof. Otherwise, sir, I need a picture of it on the roof. Otherwise, they wouldn't have covered anything. I'm like, what the heck? But I had it.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that?
That's right. Well, it's funny. I posted something about something similar to this a while back, and then I think another one of our conversations was about how you have to file the claim. A lot of times with your insurance company, they all have different disclaimers and parts of their policy, but you have to file the claim within a year of the event, or they may not cover it. And I had an insurance agent, not an adjuster, but an agent, respond and wanted to correct it, and I let it. Of course, I'm not going to get into an online debate. Those will never end. But,
right.
But his whole point was, well, no, they have these reports, right? They use hail trace or whatever it is to figure out when the event was. So they know, and that's true. They do know.
Wow.
However, if you don't document, if you and then not only document, but if you wait forever before filing a claim, an adjuster will say, nope, no evidence found.
Because the shingles get washed away on the bruises, as you mentioned, get washed away, and they kind of get sanded out by getting hit by rain. Yeah? I'm
not saying it happens 100% of the time. No. I'm just saying it can.
Right.
Where they will do that. And an insurance agent said, oh, no, they would never do that. but I've seen it. So I could tell you that it can happen. And it isn't it's not a fear thing. It's, just because you could file the claim and then sit on that claim and wait, or a lot of our customers, for example, this year waited till the end of hail season. They got their hailstorm at the beginning and said, very beginning of the season, and said, I don't have any leaks right now. Do I really have to replace it now? Nope. You can wait until the end of the season, and then we can use that exact same claim, and we can take care of it. And so, but having the photo evidence is important, and then also having, this article that we're referring to here, document the emails that you get back and forth with your insurance company. Keep those. Yes. Because they could come in handy.
So, I mean, I'm still dealing with my claim, and there's still trees all over the place, and I waited, and now I'm just waiting to hear back from the adjuster's report, the adjuster's report, and what my insurance company will cover, and then I'm going to make decisions based on those numbers. Is that something that's good as long as you don't have an emergency like in my situation?
Yeah, for sure. Yours in particular, as I recall it, there was we fixed a leak from a limb puncture, but other than that, you didn't have any damage that would come into the house and cause future damage. So what you have is existing, and it's not putting the rest of your home in danger, to work that out and delay it.
Yeah, and then I got that tree that hits the side of the house over there. That's got some nice. So we're still working on that part, but yeah, and it's crazy. And even my car, they're like, well, wait a minute, with the car damage from the tree hitting the car too, it's like. They're like, well, did you get have you called your what do you call it? Rental car place yet? I'm like, no, because I'm in the middle of this and this and this. So it's 2 weeks down the road. I'm finally going to get some estimates next week, and then I'm going to start pulling the trigger. And there's no rush as long as you get the claim in and you have them come out and you look. So that's what I'm doing. And last but not least, quickly. This woman on this CBS News story, she had a hailstorm. We had a lot of those here. We have them all the time here. She signed a contract with a company. They came knocking door to door. And I did not know about this process. They came and said, you have significant damage to your roof in your home. Somebody knocked at the door. They said, you have hail damage. We called the insurance company and fixed all your house. We can even take care of all the paperwork. He was just very nice. I said, okay. She signed off the insurance claim, a check for $14,000. She trusted the contractor would fix her roof. Instead, she remained in the dark for months. No contact, left messages, emails. She got hosed. Hosed. Yeah. What do you have advice to say on this?
Well, and in that article, they didn't release the name of the roofing company because the roofing company answered CBS when CBS tried to call them, which I thought, so that's a tricky homeowner right there. That's good because CBS called them. And they said, okay, well, we'll let her out, quote unquote, we'll let her out of her contract. But that's the thing. If you've been sitting on $14,000 for over a year,
that's ridiculous.
There was a little caveat in there that was interesting about the solar panels.
Yeah, tell me about that too, because
So the roofing company's excuse for not having it done yet was because they were saying that it was up to the homeowner to find somebody to remove the solar panels. And the way I read the article is, there may be, more going on here than what the homeowner is either saying or is aware. Because maybe just based on names and things, I don't know if there was any language barrier or anything like that. But the issue was the insurance company, if they know you have solar panels, which that's key, and it's part of that coverage, they will pay for it to be removed.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And so if she was, and the roofing company doesn't want to do that because they don't want to be liable for those solar panels that belong to technically somebody else a lot of times. They don't belong to the homeowner. They're being leased.
Yep.
And so for liability reasons, we want the solar panel company
to do it,
to come out and remove those.
Yep.
Well, the insurance company will cover that if it's part of the policy. And if you have solar panels, then
get that.
You should have it on there.
Oh, my gosh. Nightmare.
But it doesn't, I'm not giving any excuses to that roofing company either, because they're holding on to $14,000 of that lady's money. And you never give any roofing company any money until work, at the very least, until work is started. It depends on how big the job is. But we hardly ever take any money up front. We've finished the job before we invoice.
And this was a door knocker. Don't do that. We got to roll, but tell me, how can folks get in touch with you, Rob Vaughn, Roofing Reformation, one of my great sponsors and my roofer?
Well, you can actually just email me at rob@roofingreformation.com. That's rob@roofingreformation.com. You can also, this is myself, 469-321-5201. That's 469-321-5201. You can text me even now at 9:47. If you
oh my gosh, that is your cell phone number that I call. What the heck's wrong with you, Rob? I'm going to call you and prank you during the break. I'm just kidding. Hello, this is Jesse. I'm calling about a roof. I don't like that Chris Crock. All right, I got to roll. What's your website and number one more time? Go.
roofingreformation.com, rob@roofingreformation.com, and 469-321-5201.
Well played, my brother. Talk to you soon. Thanks.
Thanks.
There he goes. Bye. Okay, up next, I got a few more minutes to finish off on where are the germiest areas in your house, where are the not so germiest areas, what matters, what doesn't. Next. News Talk 820 WBAP, now on FM at 93.3. Kitchen sink, far more germs than a toilet seat. So does your cell phone and your remote control. A microbiologist at UC Davis says toilet seats are actually quite clean relative to most things. Pretty much everything is germier than a toilet seat. So maybe you should think about cooking on your toilet seat. Or serving your... maybe get a bunch of toilet seats and use them as... a plate to serve. Just a thought. It's very clean, cleaner than your plate probably. Okay, most bacteria are harmless. People freak out about this. There's only 0.1, not even 1%, but 0.1% of microbes that we see in our day-to-day lives that are pathogenic, meaning they could harm you potentially. Most healthy people, their immune systems kill that. There's really pretty much no risk. Unless you lick the COVID spoon. Even then, you might as well go do it unless you have a issue that is serious. I'm not your doctor, but I play it on the radio, don't I? There are many kinds of E. coli. Most are fine. Eat it up. Is there a likelihood that there's pathogens? That they're going to be microbes? Yes, but it's unlikely. It's likely... If it is likely there's going to be some pathogens, then what's the potential for those pathogens to affect you when you're healthy? Probably not so great. You should still wash your hands after using the bathroom, clean the house, pay special attention to food hygiene. Yeah, cleaning your kitchen regularly, yes. Cutting boards, avoid cross-contamination, thawing meat at room temperature. Oh my gosh, thawing meat at room temperature? You get a stupid degree for doing that. I would not lick raw chicken, says somebody else. Definitely a no-no. Who doesn't need a little salmonella in their lives? Embrace it. Embrace it. Whatever doesn't kill you, make you stronger. Even if it puts you in the hospital. I did promise, tonight at this very time to get new crime. We are being told by fake news MSNBC that crime is down. Even the Wall Street Journal had a piece saying that. But here's the problem. They cite the FBI stats saying that crime plummeted in the first quarter of 2024. Guess what? But there's a new thing. There's something you didn't know. These same statistics come from the FBI. In that same FBI report, guess what they also say? 40% of municipalities are no longer sharing their data with the FBI. 40% of all municipalities are no longer sharing their data with the FBI. That includes Chicago, New York, L.A., if the GOP were in charge, my friend Eric Erickson writes in his blog, Kyle and the MSNBC crew, he's talking about Kyle Griffin, who's on some leftist activist social media site that was on fake news MSNBC, they would point out that 40% of all municipalities don't even share data with the FBI, including Chicago, New York, L.A. With Joe Biden in charge, my friend writes, they have to protect their precious right. So anyway, there's 40% of all municipalities don't report crimes to the FBI. So all these statistics about low crime are bogus. Don't believe them. They're just not true. Ask the FBI and they report. It's in there.